got some deep stuff that she says.
In any case, today Joe has something very exciting he'd like to talk to us about, so I'm going to surrender the floor to him.
Thank you.
And he's going to be talking to us about...
I have discovered one of the sort of great secrets to life, and the universe, for that matter. A great metaphysical concern. Folks, people write to me all the time, and they say, Joey, you're such a sweetheart. You seemed almost as if you lead a charmed life. How can I be more like you? You're so strikingly cosmopolitan. And I say, there's nothing special about me. I started out as just a regular old Joe. But at an early age, I was able to discover one of the great metaphysical secrets of the universe, which allows me to have some sort of control over my own luck and allows me to make life work for me. And I'm here today on Public Access, Weymouth After Dark, not on Merv, not on Johnny, right here on Weymouth, okay, to tell you that you can affect the outcome of your own luck just the way I do. And the keys to this kingdom, okay, your first step into this larger metaphysical world is sports.
Sports. 4 exclamation points.
Now, maybe you know somebody who's a sports fan. Of course, with the sort of New England sports renaissance of recent years, who doesn't? And one thing you might have noticed is that sports fans can often be rather superstitious, okay? They feel that when they watch sporting events, be they at the game itself or watching at home, that they can sort of affect or influence the outcome of what happens on the field just by their support.
This is ridiculous, because I've seen it. People think because I sat in my lucky chair, that's why Big Papi went yard. Exactly. And if I weren't sitting in that chair, somehow he would get... Right.
Exactly. Or they might think that wearing their colors and going to the game and just being really concerned is going to affect the team's luck. Or they might think even that the performance of superstitious rituals is going to affect how the team performs on the field. I knew a guy, folks, okay, no matter how much he had to drink, okay, he wouldn't pee before the 8th inning.
Let's hope it's a pitcher's duel.
Yeah, I don't go over to his house to watch the game much anymore. But you may laugh at this, and you may scoff at such irrational superstition, but what if it turns out that they were right? And I'm here today to tell you that maybe they are right. Okay? As a matter of fact, they are right. But just as you, the fan, can affect the luck of your favorite sports team through your support or the performance of rituals, okay, so too can the ball players affect the outcome of your life by the same means. Your support, here we have the cycle of sports karma, if we can see this. Your support creates a metaphysical cachet, not unlike karma, okay? And what you, this schmuck, gives to the athlete, providing him with victory, must, in fact, be paid back in kind to you, the fan, in order to ensure future victories for the team. Sports players know this, folks, and sports players know, athletes know, that they have to help at least a certain number of fans every year, or else they won't have victories, okay? This is one of the reasons they do charity work. Did you think it was because of tax breaks? No. I was able to figure this out. I stumbled upon this secret at an early age, and ever since then, I've been leading a charmed life, and I'm here to show you how to do it by using examples from my own life. Now, it all started, folks, when I was just a young lad, okay? And I had difficulties in school, particularly with spelling. And I wrote to my favorite baseball player at the time, Reggie Jackson, the straw who stirs the drink, asking Mr. October if he could help me. I still have a copy of the letter here. Dear Reggie, my name is Joey, and I am 7 years old, and I can't spell to save my life, and I have a test on Friday. Can you help me? Okay? And P.S., can you get me Ron Guidry's autograph while I'm at it? And I still have a copy of the letter that Reggie Jackson sent me. He says, Dear Joey, you obviously have excellent taste in baseball players. Sorry to hear about the spelling test. Here's what I'll do. I'll root you on, and I will not shave, and will religiously eat 7 Reggie bars a day until your test on Friday. Okay? Yes, sorry, I can't get you Gator's autograph, but I've left to play for the Angels on account of Steinbrenner being a cheap... I can't read the next word. And ever since then, needless to say, Reggie ate the Reggie bars, and I did well on the test. And ever since then, folks, I've been cruising by with the help of my favorite sports heroes. Okay? Flash forward, SATs. What got me through the SATs, and I should point out, folks, I killed the SATs. Was it the SAT preparation at school?
Hardly.
Nope. Nolan Ryan. Okay? I wrote to him. He came to the test center wearing his colors. Of course, they don't have jerseys for me, so he wore a hat and a pretend mustache. And I was able to kill the SATs, okay? And I kept that up throughout my academic career because, folks, it was basically Bo Jackson who got me through college.
Oh, no,
okay?
college.
Yeah, that he does, all right? But, folks, years later in my life, I made a terrible mistake, but a mistake that happens to all of us. I fell in love with a girl, and I wanted to get up the courage to ask her out, and so you know what that's going to take? Mike Schmidt. Okay. Wrote to Mike Schmidt. Trip to Good Times in Somerville, and you use the love tester game. And everything seems to work out, but folks, love dies. And a few years later, you might find yourself in the middle of a messy divorce, as I did. Fortunately, with the help of Steve Balboni, I was able to get out of there without that awful curse on my
kept
life.
the house.
Yeah, and my Nintendo collection, which much more importantly. Okay? And actually, I will tell you something, Frank. I want to tell everybody something.
Yeah.
I've even used Sports Karma, okay, for Weymouth After Dark. You may remember back in like June of 2004 when we had our first episode air in Weymouth. And do you remember on the Weymouth channel there was technical difficulties?
Oh, yeah.
The week after that, I wrote to Jim Rice, my favorite Red Sox of old, and said, Jim, we need your help. We can't have technical difficulties during the next episode of Weymouth. So what Jim actually did was he went to the Weymouth Econo Lodge and there hosted a reunion of the entire 1986 Red Sox team. Okay? They got together and they all watched Weymouth After Dark on the TV, and their superstition kept our show cool. They all got together and they had this magic string that they all made in the shape of Fenway Park. It was almost like a big seance.
A magic string?
Yeah, I think it was like it was made out of Johnny Pesky's old shoelaces or something. And that, of course, kept us on the air. All right? And let me tell you that something, folks, all right? You can use this in your own life, too. Now, most of the examples I've chosen have come from baseball, but that it also works for other sports as well. I have, for example, a friend who got through a life-threatening gallbladder operation with the help of, basically, because of Terry Bradshaw. Actually, Terry Bradshaw and Franco Harris, yeah, I should point out, it was the both of them. They actually called it the Immaculate cholecystectomy. And actually, you know what, too? The strangest thing is it also seems to work with fictional athletes as well. Another friend of mine, okay, had problems with alcoholism. So he wrote to Ted Danson and said, can you, as Sam Malone, root me on to help me basically get off the wagon? And he did. And it's the strangest thing, and it works. So, folks, just remember, you've got to make this work for you, just as I have, and then you can be a sweetheart with a charmed life as well.
Well, that's a lot to take in, but maybe, thanks for sharing it. Maybe afterwards we can go to Frosty's or something. And
actually, I can't. I got Cats tickets.
How did you get Cats tickets? How does it get in town?
Yeah, it is, but I don't know. I guess
I've been trying forever.
Lucky.
I had to settle for Starlight Express.
Yeah, well, I don't know. I guess I'm just lucky. Thanks, Coco.
And there you have it, folks.